The next topic is early grammar. Early grammar is something that we see that emerges during the initial years of a child. Children begin to speak in word combination by about 2 years of age. And over the course of next few years, they make impressive advances in grasping the grammar of their native language. Now, these aspects of grammar, of course, differ from language to language. During early childhood, it's been observed that children's abilities to understand, comprehend, and process and produce language are something that are seen to flourish in a very amazing manner. Children at the age of 3 can have vocabularies, or the items in the vocabulary somewhat around 900 words. And by the age of 6, it has been noticed that the words in their vocabularies grow dramatically from somewhere 8,000 to 14,000 words. Now, this is something that we see during the early period of their childhood and early period of the development of grammar in over their childhood. We will now discuss some of the factors that contribute in the development of the grammar, which we see that happens systematically, step by step and stage wise. You have initial stages where you see limited vocabulary, then how that process or the database of the words grow over the period of, let's say, from 3 to 6, 6 to 12, and so on. Now, in the early grammar, we see the measures of syntactic growth. Now, researchers have found that it is necessary to construct an index of the child's language progress to facilitate comparison of children at the same level of language development. Now, one can think that maybe a child's chronological age is a good enough index, but there are considerable differences in children's rate of language development. In fact, two children at the same age may display very different language skills. Researchers have developed various measures of syntactic development. Now, the best known and most widely used is to measure the mean length of utterances in morphemes, which is also known as MLU. This method consists of taking 100 of child's spontaneous utterances and counting the number of morphemes per utterance. Now, basically, it's a very conservative index of child's ability to combine morphemes in a productive manner. So, using MLU, Brown divided language development into 5 MLU defined stages. Stage 1, consisting mainly of 1 and 2 word utterances, lasts until an MLU of 1.5, which is basically mean length of utterance in morpheme. Stages 2 to 5 corresponds to upper limit, which is MLUs of 2.25, 2.75, 3.5 and 4 respectively. Brown has indicated that these MLU defined stages provide a global view of what aspects of language the child is currently mastering. Children at stage 1 are putting words together. At stage 2, they are learning to modulate the meaning of their utterances with the help of the use of grammatical morphemes. Stages 3 and 4 are devoted to learning more complex constructions such as questions and negatives. Most research into children's grammatical development has focused on Brown's first 2 stages. In fact, it is generally agreed that MLU loses its value as an index of language development beyond about 0.4. To conclude, most research into children's grammatical development has focused on Brown's first two stages, and these two stages have provided a great insight into the very process of looking at this early grammar phenomena, something that needs to be understood when you have to look at the lexical development and the development of the grammatical rules and the formation of sentence structure by a particular child.